Hi guys, welcome back to Eerie Covenant. So in this video, I am doing the Season of the Witch tag, 11 questions VR to Woodland Hag. And I saw a couple other people doing it and I was like, cool, because I love these things. I love doing them. I think they're such a great idea to get to know each other and kind of work together as a community. I love it. So let's get started. The first question is, in what way do you choose to identify and why? I choose to identify as a witch, a gray witch, traditional, but I do practice multiple paths. But why do I choose to identify? Well, one moment. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry about the notification. If you heard it, I don't know. But I would like others to kind of know my practice and know where I'm at. Um, just to see if we have common ground. Um, I don't really agree completely with labels, but sometimes I do feel they can be important as long as you just don't let them hold you back. Don't limit yourself. So, yeah. Okay, number 2. What does your daily practice look like? I'll wake up, pull a guidance card from my oracle deck for the day, and ask Hecate and other spirits sometimes to help me pull this card for advice for my day. I do prayers to Hecate and the earth and other deities at times. Almost all I do feels like a ritual or magical. A cup of coffee, I ask for blessings in my own way. I will stir it 3 times because it's Hecate's number, or draw a pentagram in it. Um, it's in almost all that I do, everything that I am. So, I mean, really, we don't even have to be doing a spell to be a witch, or, a lot of things we do daily are rituals, and we bring our magic and our craft into our everyday life without even realizing it. So, yeah. Number 3 is, what do you do for self-care? I focus on my spirituality and my family, mostly. I've always struggled badly with depression, bipolar, PTSD, and addiction. To battle these things, I make sure I keep to my craft. Um, I do things to feel better about myself. Like I'll take a shower or I'll get dressed even if I don't feel like it. I'll put my makeup on even if I don't feel like it. Just keep moving forward. I invoked Hecate to help me complete my sobriety after I went through detox. And I was in physical withdrawal for quite a long time, but after I got over that, I needed help with the mental part, the pause syndrome. It was really tough. And she helped me get through that. After that ritual, very powerful, my mental status got a lot better. And that just gave me the oomph and the faith to just stick to my craft, focus on it, focus on my spirit, and make my spirit better for myself. So, yeah. Number 4. What do you do to take care of nature, wildlife, environment, or animals? Keep nature and the environment clean, respectful. I love animals, especially cats. If I could open up like a cat safe haven farm or something and bring in all the strays, even dogs, I'd do that. That'd be really cool. Cool way to contribute, I think. But you see trash, you pick it up, different stuff like that. Um, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my god. I'm so prepared today, ain't I, guys? Scatterbrained. Well, let's just move on, because I'll never get that back once it's out of my head. Alright, number 5. How do I help heal? It's hard to read my own handwriting sometimes, guys. How do I help heal or support humans or humanity? Compassion, love, support, and humbleness. Also, if I see a sick person, offer healing to them. My grandmother, not long ago, was in the hospital with a brain bleed, and I brought my crystals and some herbs and magic, and we went, and my grandmother and I did a healing ritual, and it worked. It was amazing. Um, if someone online isn't well, I do a little candlelight healing and send them healing energy if I can, or try to. You must have humanity to keep going in life. Um, and also I help the homeless. I love to work with that and volunteer with that. My kids and I wove them mats to lay on and cover up with out of plastic bags. It was a really cool fundraiser their school was doing, and I thought that was amazing. So, and they actually turned out to be quite sturdy and quite cool. So, I was homeless before. I know what that's like. You never know what you can lose. Always be humble. 6. What is your understanding of a higher power? This is for its own video. I could go on about this, but the short version. Um, I believe of a source of pure energy, the main source of life, right? And we are all pieces of that source. That is why we are divine. Um, it is the source of all of us, of all living things. And when we shed our bodies, I believe that our souls travel through realms, ascend in each life, beginning in the astral realm, sort of how Buddhists believe in the afterlife. But then I think our deities are below that source, and our energy is created by this sources. And once we ascend through these different realms, we're ascending our spirit, our energy, we get closer and closer to that source. But I believe we need to be reborn before each ascension to do that, to have a full understanding of that source and what life's really about. We have to live it to know it. So, that source would be the higher power, and we would eventually be as divine as deities that we work with. Um, yeah, but I'm going to do a video on that actually soon. So, number 7, most important life lesson I have learned so far. 2 things. Patience. um, in life and in magic. And the second, see, in my past life, I was killed over addiction and struggled with it most of my life in this life after a family member addicted me to it as a kid. I believe because I didn't learn this lesson in my past life that I had to learn it in this one. I feel like we cannot jip any lives out of what we are supposed to learn. So just like karma that some believe you carry from past lives to these lives, I believe that if we did not learn that lesson before we died, you will carry it on to the next life until you learn it. That's part of our ascension. So I believe we constantly learn life's lessons, but one plagued me in 2 lives so far, but I learned from it. And in this life, to me, that was success, and it was something big in my recovery. We constantly learn and grow. And to me, that was a very big lesson, and it taught me a lot. It humbled me, made me more compassionate. It made me understand things, um, a lot of things, and it also made me better to help other people. Number, no, 8. How does this learned lesson affect my attitude and values? I learned to not judge others' hardships, because it could be you. Life doesn't discriminate on anybody. It could be you. You can have it all today and lose it all tomorrow. I learned to lend a helping hand when it's needed, because you may need that help. I learned self-love, and by valuing my lessons, I learned to value everything, including life, just breathing. Because when I decided to get clean, I had overdosed. I died. They brought me back. And when I woke up, my first thought was, I need help. So I really learned to value life. Number 9, most spooky experience. Alright, so I talked about this in a video not long ago. I see and speak to the dead. And one of my most spooky experiences was the time I thought I seen Lucifer. I still believe it was him to this day in my bedroom. I woke up one night after kind of taunting, if the devil's real, come to me, show me, when I first started dabbling before practicing. I was really young. And it didn't happen right then, but later that night I had woke up and I seen a beautiful man sitting in the corner shadows of my room. And that was pretty intense and scary. He may have been beautiful, but there was a look in his eyes that still haunts me to this day. So, number 10, would or have I ever cursed or hexed someone? Yes, if I absolutely need to, I sure would. I completely believe in self-defense rights in any form, if you're being threatened or in danger. And to me, this is just another defense mechanism. You have to make sure people aren't already paying for their deeds, though, so that there is balance. And you definitely have to make sure that cursing is the answer at that time, because you don't just throw them around. They're pretty serious. And in my whole 19 years of practice, and I wanted to add, Amethyst Assumption, Rochelle's response to this was very correct. Our thoughts and words can curse. So I wanted to say, but anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, what's wrong with me today, guys? Anyway, my whole 19 years of practice, I have cursed maybe 2-3 times. Yeah. But these people completely destroyed my life. They were very, very nasty, and I just couldn't take it no more. Number 11, if you can live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Here in Ireland. I love it. It was always my dream. It was always, I felt I needed to be here. And before I left New York, I felt like this was my path. I need to do this. So it would be here in Ireland. And I'm so happy I'm here. Well, guys, this was very personal and interesting. Sorry I had a few brain fogs there. It's been a long day. And plus, I think the moon in the retrogrades right now is kind of like, bringing the crazy out. Everyone's been crazy today. But alright, guys, as always, with love and light from Erie Covenant.